Our nightcap here on Christmas, and boy, what a game it is. A treat here on Christmas evening. If you're watching this on Christmas Day, good on you, and hopefully the eggnog has been flowing nice and heavy for you over there, and you're feeling pretty good as you head into the Baltimore Ravens and the San Francisco 49ers, one of the games of the year, the current number one seeds in both conferences. 49ers, 5.5 point favorites at home over the Ravens. 46.5 to 47 is our total. Adam, this to me is where we kind of understand where the Ravens truly are in the pecking order. And this is just my personal opinion. I think the Ravens are good. I do not think the Ravens are in the league with the 49ers right now. I don't know if there's anybody really in the league with the 49ers right now, but certainly I would take some of these other teams over even the Ravens. They're winning games. They're winning games unimpressively. There's not a lot to really hold on to. I mean, it only works Lamar scrambling around and running around in circles 900 times and then finding a guy 40 yards down the field. Like, that only works so often, and it only works against teams that aren't called the 49ers, right? Like the 49ers, that's not going to work with this defense and the team and the guys that they have up front to kind of limit all of that. And let's just be honest, this 49ers offense, when healthy, it's an absolute bust. Like, they're just going to run through everyone. You never know who's going to do it, but it's going to be one of the guys that's out there. And so I laid it with the Niners. I would, since 5 is a dead number, bump it to 5.5 for a little bit better money. Maybe bump it to 6 for a little bit better money. If you wanted to go all the way to 6.5, maybe not. 6 is a key-ish number, but like 5 is dead anyway. Go ahead and move it to 5.5 and get a little bit better money on it. Like, I think this is where we realize, like, hey, the Ravens are really good. They are not in the same category as the 49ers.
For as long as we've been doing this podcast, I've never had one team 3 points clear of everyone else in my power ratings. I just don't see that kind of difference between football squads in the year 2023 until right now. That's just how good the San Francisco offense is. And look, quiet as it's kept, the defense has not been great over the second half of the season, but it's been plenty good enough. 13th by EPA over the second half of the season for San Francisco. And that's where my handicap comes in, because we've talked about on this show, you can book San Francisco for 28 to 31 every single week. And then you ask yourself, what can the other offense do? I actually do think the Ravens offense is live for their own 17 to 20 pretty comfortably in this game. And to me, that screams over. I think 47 is way low for the quality of these two offenses. I don't see how we stay below 50 to 51. Frankly, if you want to bump it up and play it a little higher, I could see that. But I think over for me is the look. If I were to get involved with side, it would be San Francisco for me as well, because that's just the truck that the offense is, Matt. They're healthy. Everything's working. Shanahan's in his bag. You're getting the best of Brock. There's nothing you can do against this San Francisco offense right now that's going to slow them down.
Steven, I have the Ravens where I have them in the power ratings by default, because it just kind of is what it is at this juncture with how the season has played out. But if I could put a 1 and then put like 3 just white columns, and then we started kind of like the second half of the power ratings, that's basically kind of what I would do with all of this. And like I said, you lose Mark Andrews, and this pass offense has been anything but inspiring. I mean, yeah, Isaiah Likely has made some big plays, but again, it's one of those deals where Lamar is kind of having to vamp, if you will. Like, I mean, we've seen it. Like, is he going to run? He's not going to run. Oh, he's going to run this way. He's going to run this way. He's going to run this way. He's going to throw it 40 yards across the field. Like all of that, again, it's fun to watch, and your jaw drops, and you're going like, oh my God, I can't believe Lamar just did that, and all these things. But how often is that really going to work against a team like the 49ers? And honestly, even if it does work a couple of times, your defense still has to stop them, which no defense has been able to do so far this year. And I don't think it starts this Christmas Day.
I agree. That's why I bet the over in this game. It's always going to be expensive with the 49ers to bet them to cover the spread at this point until we get to, maybe the Super Bowl. But I bet it over 45.5 earlier in the week. There is 146.5 still left as we record. My guess is by the time people see this, we're going to be sitting at 47. if you can still get a 47, I'm still okay with it. That's a key number. Maybe you get some push equity there, but anything over 47, it's getting up there. But I got to tell you, man, like this offense is historic. And just to put more context into this Niners offense and how historic it is, the EPA database that Ben Baldwin and his partner set it up it goes back to 2012. And Brock Purdy in this 49ers offense, in terms of drop back EPA, it's higher than every Patrick Mahomes season, both of Aaron Rodgers back-to-back MVPs, and the Peyton Manning 55 touchdown season when he was with the Broncos. That's how good it is. And for Purdy, I was talking to my buddy Daniel Belgard over at the Venetian in Las Vegas. Good friend of mine, went to college with him, and he pointed out something I hadn't even realized, that Brock Purdy is second in the league in passing yards behind Tua, but he's 22nd in pass attempts. Like, he's averaging almost 10 yards per attempt. Like, think about that. That's crazy. So if that's the starting point for an over, pretty good starting point. And I at least think that if you're going to shoot a hole into the 49ers, it would definitely be in their defense and their pass coverage. We've seen them give up some yards, some points, some of it in garbage time, but all of that lends to potentially an over here as well to me.
Guys, team total over 26.5 minus 115 over at DraftKings. Just want to point that out.
Run, don't walk.
That's that to me, 26.5. Like you're just asking for 27 points out of this offense. That 27 points is like in their sleep. That's a pretty good number. That's a pretty good angle as well. I think I'm going to add that into mine now. Gives me a mini hedge, I guess, if this turns into a shootout and somehow the Baltimore Ravens end up getting it done. But I'm going to play the over 26.5 on this team as well. Guys, everything we do absolutely free here at The Line. So please go ahead, hit that subscribe button down below. If you head over to thelines.com, upper right-hand corner is the Discord. That is absolutely free as well. And if you want to, go ahead, leave us some comments down there. We'll read them. Steven reads them anyway. I don't know. Steven reads them anyway. Like we'll go leave some comments down there, and we can always answer some of those things if you want that. Prop finder in the middle of the page at thelines.com as well. You got to use the prop finder. Make sure you're getting the best number and the best odds and the best juice at the best book. So be sure and do that as well. For Steven, for Adam, happy holidays, Merry Christmas, and good luck on all of your bets.